My dear student, uh, today I'm going to talk about chest X-ray, some of the pathologies and their radiological futures. Whichever sliders which I added, which are frequently, which patient is coming to your department, you might be expertised in this, but certain radiological features, how it looks, I just added for your just knowledge purpose. So I don't think any much questions related to this it will come for the exam, but this is for your knowledge purpose which I added here. So all of you, as you know, tuberculosis is one of the commonest disease, and now India is trying so much hard to remove from the uh, from the India, because this is the type of transmission is yeah, ingestion or inhalation, but it's because it's airborne to the through it will pass through the airborne. If it is avoided, that definitely it will not spread one person to another person. So there are certain the symptoms, fever, some of the cough, all those things, clinical history of the patient. So how this when you take a chest radiography, how it looks, you can see these are the features, how it looks in the images, in the radiography images. I'll explain by in the image. It's like a diffuse opacity, like a patchy like consolidation in lung field. You can see here is a diffuse opacity, patchy like consolidation in the lung field. So like where you can see in the image increased, there's an increased striation extending towards the helium. You can see this is the suspected case. Here you can see this is the rounded opacity. Usually this is the common for the suspected with the tuberculosis. And if anything pleural effusion is there, if there's anything pleural effusion is there, that's most of the cases when it is there is a opacity or patch like condition, anything is there, usually pleural effusion is there. So if this pleural effusion is there, it should be confirmed with the laboratory investigation. So you can see this is a miliary TB where appears like a fine pinpointed mottling in some of the area. You can see a lot of places pinpointed mottling. That's the biliary TB. So next one is pneumonia, where in pneumonia is like inflammation of lung parenchyma. It's like it will be the whole anatomical distribution of the lobe will be outlined. That's the most prominent in the pneumonia cases. You can see here in the image, at the right image, with the right upper lobe and middle lobe is involved. You can see in the left image irregular or mottled resolved images. So that's a thing. Next one is emphysema, is enlargement of air sacs. You can see these are the area enlargement of air sacs. You can see there will be no nothing bronchus or pulmonary region. If it is anything is there, there will be white color shadows will be there. Other than ribs, you can't see anything here. Also here you can make out. So usually it will be flattened diaphragm. It may appear in a translucent. So prominent hilar shoots. So you can see these are the prominent hilar. So that's the emphysema. Another one suspected which is bronchiectasis. It's in a bronchiectasis you can see this is the two images with the normal and this is the abnormal. The most common thing is where is a thickened bronchus. You can see all the thickened bronchus, so that's usually is called a bronchiectasis. Sometimes cystic shadows in the affected area it will be there, but that's the most of the others. If it is more complicated, you can see such this thing. Another one is a lung abscess. Is like a large localized location. It's like a cavity or pus kind of thing. You can see this is the two different images. In a plain radiography is able to make out lung abscess with a cavity shape with the fluid. Here also it is there. You can see this is the fluid accumulation or pus accumulation in the lung abscess. Next one is the pleural effusion. This is the fluid which is accumulating in the pleural space. Maybe is unilateral or bilateral, that depends on the condition. Loss of cardiopharynx angle. In a previous classes I had explained you cardiopharynx angle and the costophoric angle. Both the angle will be missed out if it is larger pleural effusion. If it is smaller, as there means there will be a costophoric angle will be blunt. The sharpness, sharp of the lung at the edge, it won't be there. So that's the pleural effusion. So pneumothorax is a loss of, particularly loss of vascular marking. You can see here, this is the left lung and the right lung. You can see a lot of vascular marking here. But if it is pneumothorax is there, means you can't see any vascular marking in this. No white lines or nothing is there. No effusion, pulmonary vessels. There is no bronchus, nothing will be there. So that's a if it is larger pneumothorax is there, means there will be shift of mediastinal will be shift of the one side, opposite side of that. So collapsed lung will be there. You can see this is the collapsed lung. Collapsed lung will be there. Flattening of hemidiaphragm of the affected side. You can see the flattening of the affected side. Hydatid cyst, infected hydatid cyst. This is uncommon. Usually we have seen many cases in the liver. This thing, but usually chest is very uncommon. You can see this is the round shaped homogeneous dense part, usually suspected with the hydatid cyst. So heart size and shape, we use the cardiothoracic ratio. It's already in a previous class I explained to you people. The same way again, card right and cardiac left is measured and divided with the thoracic diameter. You can see in the image, it's whatever the 50 more than 50% of the result, if it is there, that's called a cardiomegaly. Thank you. This is for the just a knowledge purpose, and please still go through that. You might get MCQ 1 or 2 questions from this question. Kindly go through that. Okay, have a good day. Thank you.